Desperation makes for great sporting events, and with only 2 remaining, the desperation is high because everyone had hopes of making the playoffs 24 races ago, and as that sand runs through the hourglass with only 2 shots left, desperation is right around the corner.
Listen to that crowd. They know it's time to bring the action. Some Saturday night short track racing. Let's go. The Cookout 400 here in Richmond is underway, and the poleman Ryan Preece leads the field. The RFK Ford of Ryan Preece out in front, but have a look at this. Competitors, owner and driver, Denny Hamlin in the progressive Toyota Camry passes one of his drivers in Tyler Reddick from 2311.
My advice would be to follow him. You are learning. The guy in front of you is one of the best at this racetrack and on short tracks in general. Anything you can learn from Denny Hamlin will serve you well.
And Kyle Larson pitting from near the back of the field. Remember, they had a terrible qualifying effort. We're afraid of going a lap down. They will make a chassis adjustment. We're still trying to get that balance better for Kyle, so it does definitely look like a Hendrick Motorsports plan to split this stage in half. Dave.
Ty Dillon's going to take advantage of the strategy as well. You heard Jeff Burton talk in the pre-race show how he spoke with Ty and how confident Ty was about the speed in this race car this weekend. So we'll see how it works out here as they get their first set of new Goodyear tires on that car. As well, Kyle Busch now, who started back in the pack with a substandard qualifying performance, started 28th, was being chewed up and going in the wrong direction. His car falls over on the right rear, really loose on exit. Changes here, including the 4 tires and full of fuel.
So what is going to happen here? Is he going so slow? Oh, Hamlin in the wall.
He thought he was trying to get to the outside of 60 because he knew exactly what you were saying, Jeff,
yes,
that if the 45 got to the left side of the 60, the 45 now the race leader.
And that's a moving pick, is essentially what Preece ended up being right there.
For the first time today, we have a different race leader. Let's have a look at that and watch the all-blue progressive Toyota Camry of Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, just this wall gets hit all the time. This wall just jumps out on you. When you leave turn 2, we went around the pace car the other day and showed you how tight this corner is. It is amazing how different it is at turn 4. You can get up there and the next thing you know, you're making contact.
Now, this is going to sound crazy because it's costing him a stage win, but I love this call for Ryan Preece. I love this call for Chase Elliott.
1 lap to go in this opening stage, presented by Credit One Bank. Started second, ran at the front. Preece kind of got an early advantage. Tyler Reddick and Denny Hamlin were on the same strategy. He came in. He was able to leapfrog A.J. Allmendinger, who was running second early on. And then once Tyler Reddick got past one of his co-owners, he did not look back. And there it is. Stage 1 goes to the driver from 2311, Tyler Reddick. Second stage win this year. While we're in the break, 2 drivers received penalties. Denny Hamlin, Ryan Preece.
Denny Hamlin had a bad pit stop and then had an issue, but I think actually the penalty on Preece is the 16 of Allmendinger. We're going to get clarification from NASCAR.
16-1-6.
You know, the old 60, 16 sounds the same. So it's the 1-6 of Allmendinger. So here's the 11. They had a bad pit stop. Now the speeding penalty kind of takes it away, but this still is an emotional kind of, you know, just gives you a heartache. Now listen, they dropped the jack, right rear not on. We've seen this a million times. Now good job and good recovery to go back and jack it up, but it was absolutely going to hurt. But then in the 11, had a speeding penalty after that, so that was the penalty. You see the pit crew, though, they don't care about speeding. They're frustrated that they had a slow stop. They know that they're expected to perform better, and they expect themselves to perform better.
All right, get ready. Stage 2 is ready to roll, and it's an all 23-11 front row with Bubba Wallace leading the field back to green. Christopher Bell in that all-yellow DeWalt Toyota Camry for JGR. On that inside line, Reddick goes up around the outside. Just can't help but think about that stop from Hamlin and the 11 team. It was 5 seconds slower and more costly than some of the others around him. Let's have another look at it.
Yeah, let's see exactly what happens. I think it was on the left side mostly. Comes around, right side was good, left side up. Oh, an issue basically the left front just won't come loose. The gun is engaged. You see, I don't know if the trigger was swapped and he was tightening it instead of loosening it. or it just was really, really tight and didn't want to get loose. And look at this right here, SVG.
Oh, no.
And the 47 of Stenhouse, a little bit of contact. Not bad, though. Good job by both drivers to get through. And oh, my goodness. Reddick.
What has happened to a guy that has led 41 laps in this race?
And that caution comes where some people have not pitted yet. This will shake the field up even more than it already is.
Namely, Kyle Larson's the big winner because he had yet to come to pit road. But,
Really
man,
bad.
what happened to Reddick, Diff?
Let's have a look. There goes Ryan Preece. Oh, behind him. Behind him. Ty Gibbs tags him. Ty Gibbs was wrestling with Daniel Suarez and tags Tyler Reddick.
I think that wrestling match is what caused it. So, well, you watch this 54. I think this is, he's trying to duck left. You see that right front tire on the 54? He gets run over by the 99. The 54 basically is getting shipped by the 99 up into poor Reddick, who was just trying to go on by.
Let's get ready. It's time to bring the action here in Richmond. Let's get back to racing. Bubba Wallace leads the field to green. Daniel Suarez on his flank. Then you got the Penske guys. Low side Logano, Blaney the high side. Way up high is Ross Chastain, making it 4 wide.
4 wide and crazy beating,
Whoa.
banging Byron Bell.
And Keselowski.
What he's got to try to do is just carry enough speed on the exit of turn 4.
Oh.
Cody Ware.
And now this is getting to that point. Remember, every driver in pre-race talked about how many sets of tires they have. This isn't a new allotment. 8 sets has been the standard, but these tires lose grip quicker. They fall off quicker, so you would like to have more.
While we still are under caution, want to remind you that we will have a post-race show as we do each and every week. We're back to racing here in Richmond. Bubba Wallace leads the field. Look at Ryan Preece right around the outside in that blue and white RFK Ford. He tried it earlier and then eventually got blocked, but he made up positions there. Stretching their legs down the back to turn 3. Again, 3, 4, 5 wide.
Alex Bowman in that 48, Kyle Larson in the 5. They also have a tire advantage.
Larson on the inside. There goes Kyle Busch up high in the 8. Larson sneaks his way through a little bit. He was a benefactor of that caution. There's contact between Brad Keselowski, and around goes Chase Briscoe. Into him goes Kyle Busch. And there's a traffic jam, and Hamlin was in it. Elliott gets tagged later on around through turn 4. But what happened to the 9? We didn't really get a good view of that.
Yeah, so that 19 middle left, he comes off from the corner behind Kyle Larson. Busch and Chastain hit. That gets some smoke coming from Keselowski. Briscoe goes down right at the bottom of your screen. He gets turned by Busch. So there's kind of the start of the wreck. The 19 of Briscoe now spinning. Now look at all these cars wrecking right here. What I don't understand is where Chase Elliott comes from.
Because he's up the track more.
No, he's right here.
There he is there.
Oh, right there. Right there by accident by Kyle Busch, who has no idea the 9's coming through there.
2 of the 4 Hendrick drivers were involved in that. Let's have a listen to some radio.
What the are we doing out here? People are saying. I don't know. The 9 went in there like a rocket, and he's the one that got us, so he's out. He's done. Yeah, just racing like idiots.
There's a lot of frustration out there. That last radio.
All rolling room in front. Up off the out back line now. 2 inside. Just 1 way down there.
And his teammate Austin Dillon running into 4th position. This team has such high hopes for this weekend, and they've reiterated what we have said, that last year was absolutely not a fluke that they won. However, they still wanted to come back, defend that win to quiet any naysayers from last year. They were confident about Austin on the long run. He's been relatively quiet, just saying he likes the car on the bottom better.
1 to go in this second stage, and this last lap presented by Credit One Bank.
We talked about it in the pre-race. Marty Snyder asked about momentum. Jeff, you threw a bunch of names out, and I agreed with him, but Bubba Wallace in the 23, I just thought he looked relaxed, being locked in. He's never been locked in this early into the playoffs. Making it work, Diff.
And also back in 5th place, Alex Bowman. He is going to get stage points. Remember, he and Chris Buescher are in a point battle trying to make the playoffs. Buescher, no stage points.
All right, a little bit of fun there with a serious tone. Dave just showing that it's nowhere near as easy as it looks, and nor is this third and final stage going to be, as Michael McDowell leads the field back to green here in Richmond with Bubba Wallace on his outside, Austin Dillon looking on the inside, and here comes Ryan Blaney. Larson in that blue and white 5 up high. What a night it's been for Bubba Wallace as he rounds McDowell up. And McDowell's got Dillon on the inside. Look at this, Austin Dillon down low, goes by 2 of them, straight to the lead.
McDowell and Bubba Wallace made contact on the entrance of 1. That opened the door for Austin Dillon.
Kim, so far, so good for Austin Dillon.
Yeah, finds himself at the point out front, but it's been a great run the last 3 races for them. They've got top 15 finishes, actually in the last 4 races, after none in the previous 9. And again, they came in with very high hopes. I asked Richard Boswell, though, outside of win, I know that's what you guys want and need. What are you looking to do? He said the goal is to come and be in position to contend for a win. Both this track and next week at Daytona are places we know we can win. Our head space is exactly in the confidence it needs to be. And for those wondering, this is almost the same setup as last year, just a few modifications for the tire. Austin Dillon, P1.
109 laps left. Kim's there.
Yeah, Ryan Blaney, and he said it feels like the car is finally coming to me after major Madeline's complaints earlier in the run. As we look at Bubba Wallace, kind of sideways in his box, but finally saying the car is loose. They tried to tighten him up. Dave.
Alex Bowman told his team it's really good. Building free a little bit, but I burned off the tires at the start. Tire off on Bubba Wallace's car.
No.
We saw it leave. The team tried to stop him.
Stop right there, stop right there.
All right, on the radio, they're telling him to stop. The 19's got to help him. They're going to try to put this tire back on. That's a Toyota teammate. Pit stop, come right to life. They're going to jack it up. Someone could tell them the tire they need is over here. See if they can put it back on. There you go. Crew members bringing it over. Nice work by the 19. I mean, it's going to kill the 23's chance of perhaps winning, but what great work by the 19 to help the 23. We watched it happen live. He left. There were sparks up the left front. Tire changer wasn't done. A huge blow to Bubba Wallace and the 23. Jeff, let's look at this left front.
You can see right here, track goes up, tire goes on. It just does not get finished. Jack drops. And that is the problem with these fast pit stops. Watch this Jack man. Watch it. Look what he looks at. Gets the right rear tire on. He thinks it's tight. He's looking at the left front. He thinks it's tight, but it's not.
You rejoin us just in time to see this fight for the lead. Austin Dillon on Ryan Blaney. The 3 is through.
That is amazing how Austin Dillon rolls the center of the corner. Watch this right here. Ryan Blaney's going to make this difficult, but 3 car right here just rolls the middle so well.
Good fight from Ryan Blaney. He is not going to give up this lead that easily.
And as these two battle, this reels the 48 of Bowman in. Jeff, you had pointed out a Richmond winner in his career. The 48 of Bowman loves this. He says get side by side a little bit more. Keep bleeding time.
It was 3.9 seconds. It's down to 3.2. And that was the point of separation for Austin Dillon.
Now, if you're Blaney, you might want to jump to pit road a lap earlier. No, the 3's going to come. I love the call by Dillon. Not going to get jumped to pit road this time. He gets the lead. He comes to pit road. First to attack, the 3 of Dillon with the race lead. 59 to go. Kim.
They quickly jumped on the radio, said pit now, want to be the first to pit last if possible. No major complaints from Austin. That car's so good on the long run. Looking for what could be the money stop here for fresh Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel.
Great job from Austin Dillon to get out around the 42. I thought he was going to get blocked in. The John Hunter did stop very deep in his box. Blaney continues, though.
30 laps to go. That's it in this 400-lap Cookout 400. And for the 35-year-old from Welcome, North Carolina, it's about 240 miles from where we sit here in Richmond. Austin Dillon, can he do it? Can he get there? Hadn't led laps since this race a year ago. And here tonight he's led 78. What a turnaround. That speed has been coming in recent races for RCR, for both their cars. But can it go all the way? inside the final 4 laps. There are nerves in 2 camps specifically. That's at the top of the box with Richard Boswell, the crew chief of Austin Dillon and the RCR team.
And I'm going to give it to Richard Boswell. Remember, he ran the 12 car down past the 12 and then
called him in.
Called him to pit road first. So hard to pit first as the lead. Great work from on top of the pit box and just spectacular work from behind the wheel.
It's been 3 years since Austin Dillon went to the playoffs. He comes to the last lap.
White flag.
1 to go, presented by Credit One Bank.
This would be his first win with crew chief Richard Boswell. Both have won before, but never together.
Last year here at Richmond Raceway, it was controversy right here, where there was contact with Joey Logano, contact with Denny Hamlin. There's no contact this year. It's all Austin Dillon. He's going to the playoffs.
Let's go, baby! Who is your daddy? Let's go!
Lee, this is going to be a team celebration this year. The 3-team and Austin Dillon leave no doubt. Welcome to the playoffs, Austin Dillon.